Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel DataSpeaks. In the previous video, part 1 of conditional statement, we have covered if, elif and else conditional statements along with the while loop. In this video, I will continue on if, elif, else conditional statement. However, that's going to be nested conditional statement, which will be conditional statements inside the conditional statement, which is called blocks inside one block. They even help on decision making process on many different logics, and it helps to fulfill many internal and nested logics within the code. Think the nested if else condition to be some sort of flowchart in a process where you need to drill down decision by decision at each individual steps. Let's straight dive into some of the examples and let's learn how if else elif conditions inside if else elif conditions help. Let's take one of the example, which is student grading and feedback system. In this one, we will take the input from the student in the form of their marks that they have received in the recent exam. We'll store that value in the marks variable by taking input from the student and converting that into the floating point format. And let's run that line of code. Here we will ask the student to enter the marks. For now, let's enter I have received the marks of 84, and the marks have been stored into the marks variable. Let's print that and confirm if we have actually stored the value. So we have got 84.0 because we have a float data type, so we'll get a dot zero here, the decimal after the marks that we have entered. So after this, let's write conditional statement that can give the feedback to the student based on what marks they have received. We will first write if condition. So if the marks are greater than or equal to 90, then we will say print congratulations, you have passed the exam with the distinction marks. Distinction marks, keep it up. So that's our first feedback to the student. Then else we will write here the statement what else we want to say in all other conditions other than student passing in the distinction marks. So else we will then write if else condition inside this block. So next condition can be if marks are greater than or equal to 80, then we can print congratulations, you have passed the exams with first division. Let's try for the distinction in the future. Distinction in the next exams. That is the another if condition we can write on it. Else, let's see what else can be in the else condition here. So if the marks are not greater than or equal to 80, not greater than equal to 90, let's go down one level, which can be marks being greater than or equal to 60 marks. Let's write down another if else condition inside this else block. So else, another condition can be score being greater than or equal to 60. So marks being greater than or equal to 60, we will write that in the if condition. Then we'll say print good work, you have passed the exams with really great marks. That is the if condition when the marks are greater than or equal to 60 but maybe less than or equal to 80. Else we will need to provide feedback to the student that student needs to really work hard to get academic score much better if that is not greater than 60 or greater than 80 or greater than 90. So that is the idea here. So we have got last if else condition to be greater than or equal to 60. Else if that's not the case, then print that student will really need to work hard to get the better academic performance. So that is our if else condition, and we have already defined our marks to be 84. Let's run the code and see what results we're getting here. If I run this, it says congratulations, you have passed the exams with the first division. Look at this. This is not the greater than 90 situation. So this code block was not executed, but this was fulfilled because it is greater than or equal to 80. The 84 is, but not greater than or equal to 90. So we have got this block of code executed, and this was discarded, and this was not executed. So that is what is the idea behind if else condition. Now let's try with one additional marks score, and let's see what response we are getting here. I'm running this chunk of code over here, and I will enter my score to be 45. Let's see what I'm getting here. Now my marks are 45, and let's run this line of code and look at this here. You will need to work really hard to get good mark in your academic, because it was not greater than 60, it was not greater than 80, it was not greater than 90. It was else condition, and we have got our else statement printed. So this is how you can build the workflow of different conditions using if else condition. Let's now dive into if elif else condition that are nested one block inside the higher or another block. That will give us really great practice on using if, elif, and else conditional statements on multiple different nested situations. Let's try that out. These days, many organizations try to sell the membership to the customers so that they can get some revenue out of the membership, and also they can provide some additional discounts to the customers, and they can retain customers within their e-commerce platform or e-commerce business. So we will create a e-commerce discount system to members so that members can understand what percentage of discount they're gonna get on what amount of purchase. So first of all, we will create a condition that says either the customer is the member of the premium membership or not. So we will say is member equals true. So understanding that if the customer is already member. And let's run this line of code for now, and we'll give a input function to provide how much amount of purchase they are planning to make. So I will say purchase amount equals a input function. So input, please enter the invoice amount estimated that you are going to purchase. So we will provide that input function, and then we will convert that to the floating point number again, and we will start writing conditional statement. So right now the first conditional statement would be if customer is already member or not. So let's check if customer is member in that condition. So whenever we have a customer that is the member of a premium membership, then we'll say if, then the next block inside the first if condition, we'll write the another if condition. We'll say purchase amount is greater than or equal to 1000. Then we will say print, thanks for being member, you will get 25% discount on all of your purchases. That is a huge amount of discount on specifically the $1000 and above, which is straight $250 discount if customers invoice amount is straight 1000, or even if that is more than that, it's going to be even more discounts. So that is one condition where the customer's amount is greater than or equal to 1000 and the customer is the member. And elif, let's have the another purchase amount limit. So we can say purchase amount is greater than or equal to 500. Then in that case, we'll say print, you are saving a big buck on your premium membership. You will get 20% discount across on all your purchases. So that is one elif condition, and we'll write one more elif condition on that. If the purchase amount is greater than or equal to 200, and that's gonna be the print statement with thanks for your shopping today with your premium membership, you will get 15% discount on all of your purchases. Then else, if the purchase amount is not greater than 1000, not even greater than 500, not even greater than 200. On all the other purchase amounts, we'll print thanks for your shopping today with your membership, and you will get 10% discount on all of your purchases. This block of code is when the customer is member. So we have said is member equals true. So customer needs to scan the membership card, and all of these conditions will fall based on the amount of purchase that customer has made. Else, here, if that's not the case, if is member equals false, if that customer is not the member, then we will execute the completely different block of code in the else statement. So all of these if-elif-else conditions were inside the if the customer was a member. Now, next block of code will be inside the else statement of the initial if statement, not inside this if statement. So this block of code is completed with this if statement. Now let's go what if the customer is not the member? We'll say if purchase amount is still greater than or equal to 1000. Customer is not the member, but the purchase amount was greater than or equal to 1000. Then we'll print thank you for your shopping today. On your purchase amount, you will get 10% discount. However, please consider enrolling for membership for higher discounts on your purchases in the future, because if the customer was member, then customer would have got 25% discount instead of just 10% discount. Look at this here. This is how companies are promoting their membership with the customer. Now, we will say another one more condition. If purchase amount is greater than or equal to 500, then print thank you for your business today. You will get a 5% discount on your purchase amount. However, please consider enrolling for membership for higher discounts in the future, because if customer had a membership, customer would have got 20% discount on the purchases. So this is how they attract the customer towards enrolling the membership. Otherwise, on all other conditions, print thank you for your shopping with us today. Please sign up for membership discounts for your purchases in the future. So if the customer's purchase amount is not greater than 500, not more than $1,000, then customer is not getting any discounts for the shopping. Customer is getting message that, hey, please consider purchasing membership in the future for the purchase discount. At least customer would have got really nice discount, including 15% and 10% discount, even if the purchase amount was not greater than or equal to 500. So that is the idea here. This logic is executing two block of code. One block of code is if customer is the member, and if customer is not the member. So it is providing different discount schemes for based on the membership scheme. Here we have already set up our is member equals true, and now we are asking the customer to enter the amount of purchase. So remember, this block of the code will be true since we have is member equals true here. Let's see what we are getting based on what customer purchase amount is. I'm running this block of code, and I will enter the purchase amount over here at the top with 1250 here, and I will hit enter, and look at this here. Thank you for being member. You will get 25% discount on all of your purchases. Purchase amount was greater than or equal to 1000, which made this block of code to be executed under this if condition, since is member is equal to true. And all of these codes are discarded because they did not have to be checked, since the very first condition is checked and happens to be true, and we have the statement printed. Now let's change the statement slightly different. Let's go and make this the is member status to be false here. Let's run this line of code first, and then let's execute the line of code and insert the purchase amount. Let's say this is $300, and hit enter. Look at this here. So thank you for shopping with us today. Please sign up for the membership for discounts on your purchases in the future, because this all of these conditions were not fulfilled, but else condition was fulfilled. The purchase amount was not 500, purchase amount was not 1000 or more, it was less than 500 in this case, and we have this message being printed because these two conditions were not fulfilled. So this condition was straight up ignored because this is false. This condition was not fulfilled, so we straight jumped into this block of code. Within this as well, our purchase amount was $300, so that these two section of the code was not executed. That straight we came over here, and then this section was executed. First it checked with this one, this was not true, and it checked with this one, this was not true, and then it checked with this one, and this happened to be true, and we have this message being printed. So this is how nested if else elif condition work on different scenarios. And even many organizations that they have a complex discount and membership scheme have these kind of conditional statements in place to provide discounts to the customer. So this is what is the idea behind if elif else condition and nested if elif else condition in Python. Before wrapping up with one additional example, I would like to request you to pause the video and go through these concepts once again and see if you can apply and implement this logic slightly differently based on is member equals true. So let's try that out and let me know in the comments what you found, and if you could introduce a little bit more complexity and still have the code working as expected. Let's now dive into a quick next one more example that can build our understanding even stronger on conditional statement. So this example would be on bank loan eligibility checker. Bank would probably check couple of eligibility criteria before granting applicants the loan. One of the criteria may be age of the applicant. Another criteria may be the income level of the applicant, and also the credit score. They will like to check if the customer's credit history is good or not before being able to grant the loan. These are a couple of criterias I would like to apply into if elif else condition, including nested if elif else condition, and see if we can build bank loan eligibility checker. Let's begin some input parameter. We want to get inputs from the applicants. So let's begin taking the age information from the applicant. We will ask them to provide their age, and also will ask the applicant to provide their income levels. Also would like to get the applicant's credit score. We'll say credit score equals, then an input function, please provide your credit score. Once we have all of these values stored in the variable age, annual income, and the credit score, we'll start writing if elif else condition along with the nested if elif else condition here. We'll say if age is greater than or equal to 21. So the customer is 21 years or older than 21 years. Then we would like to check if the annual income of the customer is certain level where bank can approve the application. Let's say 30,000 for now. And also we would like to check if customer's credit score is decently good. For now, let's set it up to be 700 and above, since the highest credit score is 850, and anything greater than 700 is considered decently good credit score. If all of these three conditions are met, then we can probably print, congratulations, your application for the loan has been approved, since all of these three conditions are met. Since we are at the indentation level of if credit score being 700 or more. Now if I would run else condition here in this case, then this else condition will go at this indentation level of this if condition. So here we are checking if credit score, all these two are already fulfilled. Now we'll check if the credit score is greater than or equals 700 or not. If that's not the case, then we will check if customer's credit score is greater than 600 or not. So we'll check credit score is greater than or equals to 600. Then we will print based on your credit score, we could only approve the loan up to 10,000 because it was of course greater than 600, but it was not greater than 700. So we have if and elif condition here checked for the credit score level. Else, if that's not even the case, customer's credit score, applicant's credit score was not even 600, then we'll print sorry, your loan application was not approved since the customer's credit score was not greater than 600. So that is sort of risky customer for the bank to approve the loan. Now that was the credit score check at this indentation level, if, elif, and else. Here we have the income, annual income level. So we need to have some if else condition for the income. So if I would write the else condition, so here even before reaching to the credit score, if the customer's income level was this was not fulfilled, then it will straight go to else condition here, and it will print sorry, your application was not approved due to the annual income level. So before reaching to the credit score check, if customer's income is not greater than 30,000, then it will check straight to this condition and will print this message. This block of the code will not be executed. Now we have completed this if else level and this if elif else level. How about this first if condition? Let's say if the customer's age is not greater than 21, greater than equals to 21, then we'll say print sorry, your loan application was denied. So this is how we have written the if elif else condition, multiple if else conditions here based on multiple criteria. So let's execute the line of code and see what all the different responses we are getting based on the input we are providing here. Let's run the line of code and see what response we are getting from the code. So we'll provide the age information here. It is asking for the age. Let's say my age I'm entering for now to be 29 and hit enter, and it is asking for annual income. So we are required to provide the annual income. Let's say my annual income is 40,000 and it is asking for the credit score. Let's enter the credit score to be 720 for now. And we have got congratulations, your application for the loan was approved. Since we have met all of these three conditions, and now this print statement has been executed. How about we provide something differently? Let's execute the line of code again and provide the age information. Let's say I'm putting here straight 19 and I'm providing income level to be 50,000, let's say. And here credit score I'm providing, which is 750. If I hit enter, sorry, loan application was denied because of course my income level was supported, my credit score was supported, however age was 19. So if this was not met, so Python could not go here in this block of code. It straight came to the else condition. The age was not greater than 21, so it says sorry, loan application was denied, and that's what the response we're getting. Let's run the code once more and let's provide credit score to be something different. So my age, let's say 34, my income level 35,000, my income level, and my credit score to be 550. Let's see what happens here. If I run that, sorry, your loan application was not approved because here it came to check First, it checked my credit score to be 700. Now it was not true. My income level was intact. My age was intact, and it came to this credit score check. So it checked if the credit score was 700. That's not true. Then it came to this block of code. It checked if my credit score was 600 or not. Then that was not also fulfilled. Then it came to this block of code, and this got executed. And because my credit score was not greater than or equal to 600, so my loan application was not approved. See, this statement got printed. So this is how you can build an application which you can actually apply into the real world business use case and support automating many business processes like this using Python conditional statement and combination of other many functions and many capabilities of Python. I hope this tutorial was helpful for your understanding on if, elif, else conditional statement along with the nested conditional statements, and hopefully this built your Python foundation even much stronger to apply on your many business applications or many personal use cases as well. If this video was helpful for you, please hit that like button, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already subscribed. And thank you for watching until the last. I'll see you in the next videos on more helpful and more useful tips and tutorials in the future videos.